I'm going to read a part from this Holy Grail on Wikipedia website. The Holy Grail is a sacred object figuring in literature and certain Christian traditions, most often identified with the dish, plate, or cup used by Jesus at the Last Supper, and said to possess miraculous powers. The connection of Joseph and Arimathea with the Grail legend dates from Robert de Boron's Joseph Arimathea, late 12th century, in which Joseph receives the Grail from an apparent apparition of Jesus and sends it with his followers to Great Britain. Building upon this theme, later Winters recounted how Joseph used the Grail to catch Christ's blood while entering him, and that in Britain he founded a line of guardians to keep it safe. The quest for the Holy Grail makes up an important segment of the Arthurian cycle, appearing first in works by Christine de Troyes. The legend may combine Christian lore with Celtic myth of a cauldron endowed with special powers. The Grail legend's development has been traced in detail by culture historians. It is a legend which first came together in form of written romances, diverging perhaps from some pre-Christian folklore hints. In the later 12th century and early 13th centuries, the early Grail romances centered on Percival and were woven into the more general Arthurian fabric. Some of the Grail legends is interwoven with legends of the Holy Chalice. Okay, now, review I'm going to do as in reviewing this. Reviewing the first part, the Tibetan light body, the Tibetan rainbow body, the people that have been recorded to have achieved this, including Christ, their names, and the Holy Grail here, and the connections to this light body, to this ascension, this resurrection body. For one, this is considered a carbon copy of your body. It's a part of your body that is what you're supposed to build when preparing to enter the other world, when preparing to move on to a higher level of humanity. And this is what all of the sacred traditions were preparing us for, in my opinion. And it is the energy. It is the energy which makes thy other body, which makes thy carbon copy of your body in that world. And if it's not pure, okay, the myth is, of course, the Holy Grail, that there's all these other reasons why they tell us to do what we're supposed to do, and why, all these laws were put into these religions. Now, the Holy Grail is not an object. There could be a cup or something, but the Holy Grail, in my belief, in reviewing this, is something in your body. It's in the human being. When Jesus made his resurrection, he activated the Holy Grail. He ignited his Holy Grail. He showed his Holy Grail when he did that. The flash of energy, the radiating energy, burnt his image into the cloth, into the garment that he was wrapped with. And it created a perfect negative image. A perfect negative image of him. So, in reviewing this, my interpretation is that the Holy Grail is within our human body. And it's in holy and grail, holy representing whole, W-H-O-L-E. As in they are now a whole being, they are whole and complete. They are no longer a negative and positive self, a bad or a good self, a day or night, happy or angry. They are no longer any of these separate things. They are a whole being.